In a bustling corner of Lagos, where the streets never slept and the lagoon danced with sunlight, there lived a young couple named Taylor and Felicia. Taylor was a hard-working carpenter known for his skilled hands and warm smile, while Felicia was a seamstress whose beauty and kindness were the pride of their neighborhood. Their love was a beacon to many, and their small home in Maryland was often filled with laughter and the nice smell of Felicia's delicious jollof rice. One day, while Taylor was delivering a wooden chair to a wealthy man in Victoria Island, he met a mysterious woman named Blessing. She was beautiful, with skin like the evening sun and a voice as soft as silk. Blessing was not just any woman, she was a trader of rare beads and fabrics, her presence commanding attention wherever she went. Blessing was quick to notice Taylor's charm. "You have a rare gift," she said, running her fingers along the polished armrest of the chair. Taylor, flattered, smiled and thanked her. Over time, Blessing began to request more items from Taylor, tables, stools, and even a grand cabinet for her shop. Each time Taylor delivered, she would offer him cold drinks and long conversations. At first, their chats were innocent, but soon, Blessing began to weave stories of how she admired men who were ambitious, who deserved more than the life they had. "You could do so much more, Taylor," she said one afternoon. "You're too talented to be stuck in that small workshop in Maryland." Taylor, though flattered, grew uncomfortable. He loved Felicia deeply, but Blessing's words planted a seed of doubt in his heart. Felicia noticed the change in Taylor. He became quieter, spending longer hours at the workshop. When she asked, he would say, "I'm just busy with new orders." But the warmth in his eyes seemed to fade, replaced by a distance she couldn't reach. One evening, while returning from the market, Felicia overheard two women gossiping. "Have you seen Taylor? He is always with that Blessing woman in Victoria Island," one of them said. Felicia's heart sank. She decided to confront Taylor, but not with anger. Instead, she prayed for guidance and visited the wise old woman who lived at the edge of their street. The wise old woman listened carefully, her wrinkled face calm. "Sometimes, the heart forgets where it belongs," she said. "But love, if pure, can remind it." She handed Felicia a small calabash filled with herbs and whispered instructions to her. "This is not juju," she said with a chuckle. "It's just a reminder of what matters most." That night, Felicia prepared a feast for Taylor, his favorite dishes, egusi soup, pounded yam, and fried plantain. She wore the dress he had always admired, a vibrant Ankara print that glowed against her skin. When Taylor arrived home, he was surprised. "What is the occasion?" he asked, his guilt evident in his eyes. Felicia smiled. "Just us," she said. As they ate, Felicia began to tell stories of their early days, how they met at a church choir practice, how he had carved her a tiny wooden heart when he proposed, and how they had danced under the moonlight on their wedding day. Taylor listened, his heart stirring with memories. He realized how far he had drifted and how much he missed the love and warmth of his home. The next day, Taylor went to see Blessing. He thanked her for her business, but told her he could no longer work for her. Blessing, angry, revealed her true intentions. "Do you think I wanted your furniture? I wanted you, Taylor. But if you're too blind to see that, then go back to your small life in Maryland." Taylor walked away, his heart heavy but resolute. After the memorable feast, Taylor was a changed man, or so he thought. He showered Felicia with affection, returned home earlier from work, and even helped her in her small tailoring shop. Yet, something lingered in his mind, guilt. He had not only hurt Felicia, but also disrespected the love they built. Felicia noticed his unease and decided to address it. One night, as they sat under the stars in their tiny backyard, she held his hand. "Taylor," she began, her voice soft but firm, "if there is anything weighing on your heart, let it out. We cannot move forward with shadows between us. Taylor hesitated before confessing everything. How he had let Blessing's flattery cloud his judgment, and how he had nearly strayed from their marriage. Tears rolled down Felicia's cheeks, but she smiled through them. "I've already forgiven you, my husband," she said. "But now, we must learn from this and protect what we have." Meanwhile, in Victoria Island, Blessing was not one to give up easily. She was used to getting what she wanted, and Taylor's rejection stung her pride. She decided to humiliate him, and tarnish his reputation. One day, Blessing spread rumors in the market about Taylor, claiming he had promised her marriage and stolen money from her. Her words traveled fast, as gossip does, and soon reached Maryland. Taylor's customers began canceling their orders, and people whispered behind his back. Felicia, too, heard the rumors but refused to believe them. Instead, she stood by Taylor and encouraged him to confront the lies. With Felicia's support, Teo decided to face Blessing publicly. He went to the market, where she often traded, bringing along a few of his loyal customers and neighbors as witnesses. "Blessing," Taylor called out when he saw her, his voice steady but firm. "Why are you spreading lies about me?" Blessing smirked, pretending to be unbothered. "Lies? Or the truth you're afraid of?" Taylor stepped closer, holding his head high. "You know I owe you nothing. I delivered every order you requested, and never made any promises beyond my work. Why are you trying to destroy me?" The crowd grew larger, murmuring among themselves. Blessing, sensing the tide turning against her, tried to defend herself, but one of Taylor's loyal customers, an elderly man named Elder Lawrence, spoke up. "I've known Taylor for years," Elder Lawrence said. "He is an honest man. Blessing, if you have proof of your claims, show it now." Blessing faltered, realizing she had no evidence. Embarrassed, she stormed off, leaving the crowd buzzing with the truth. With Blessing's lies exposed, Taylor's reputation was restored, and his business thrived once more. But the ordeal left a mark on him. He realized how close he had come to losing everything and vowed to never let temptation cloud his judgment again. Felicia, ever the wise and loving partner, suggested they use the experience to grow. Together, they started a small community group in Maryland to counsel young couples about the challenges of marriage. They shared their story openly, becoming a source of inspiration and guidance. Years later, Taylor and Felicia's love had become legendary in their neighborhood. They were known not just for their crafts, but also for their resilience and generosity. Children gathered around them to hear stories of how love could withstand trials, and newlyweds sought their advice. And so, their tale became a folktale passed down through generations, a reminder that love is not just a feeling but a choice, a commitment, and a journey filled with lessons and growth. The people of Lagos often said, "If you want to understand the strength of true love, look no further than Taylor and Felicia." Do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more amazing content.